stopped Javier Fortuna in the 6th round after dropping him 3 times, basically, in the 6th round. When Javier Fortuna went down for the third and final time, he basically said, all right, enough is enough. He decided not to make the 10 count, and the referee called a halt to the fight. So Ryan Garcia, he wins the fight, and he does what we hope he did, which is call out Tank Davis. At the end of the day, I don't think, me myself, I don't think he's done enough to warrant a fight with Tank Davis, but this is just going to be a fight strictly based off popularity. And I'm just keeping it 100. I seen some things in Ryan Garcia that, like I said, a more skillful fighter and with more power could exploit. So, at the end of the day, yeah, Logic, I got to be 100. I told you, I stand by what I say. I see a lot of Amir Khan in Ryan Garcia. Now, he does hit harder than Amir Khan, but he walks a straight line, don't move his head, and a smarter fighter will capitalize off that. They're not necessarily going to go straight for the overhand right. They could set him up with an uppercut and then go for an over right. So Ryan Garcia doesn't seem to be a good, solid inside fighter. I mean, he could throw body shots, but what I mean, he's not a good phone booth fighter. I see some things that Devin Haney could exploit. I see some things that Tank could exploit. I mean, I'm serious. I'm just keeping it 100. I know people gonna say, "Oh, you're just hating. Oh, you're just hating on him because he's Mexican." Oh, shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear that crap. It has nothing to do with his ethnicity. I'm just telling the truth. It's funny when I critique the other dude, the other side of the street. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on, man. But I just see a lot of flaws in Ryan Garcia that I think a smarter fighter could exploit. You know, Fortuna ain't what you call the most skillful, what I'm saying, technical fighter out there. I mean, at the end of the day, um, I'm not gonna say he was tailor made for Ryan Garcia, but his style fit Ryan Garcia to make him look good. At the end of the day, Javier Fortuna, let's just keep it 100. He was there basically to help try to promote the Tank fight. That's just the bottom line. Javier Fortuna, you could see he was clear in shape. So, I mean, at the end of the day, what you expect to happen? I mean, at the end of the day, I thought Ryan Garcia would get this over with in like 3 rounds. It took him 6. But I'm not. I'm just keeping it a buck. I just see a lot of things that a smarter fighter could exploit in Ryan Garcia. I really need to see him. Like I said, I could see the Tank fight. Basically, Ryan Garcia does win the early rounds, and I just see the same result. I see Tank catching Ryan Garcia like in the later rounds and seeing him putting his light out. I'm just keeping it a buck. I just see that's how I see a fight with Tank. That's how I see the fight going. I just see him, Ryan Garcia, winning the early round, and I think he may actually hurt Tank in that fight. He can pop, but then I just see Tank starting to close this and fighting Ryan Garcia on the inside, picking Ryan Garcia apart on the inside, and then hitting him with that uppercut. I see Ryan Garcia either get knocked out with Tank's uppercut or the left. So that's how I see that fight going. Now, can Ryan Garcia beat Tank? Yeah, absolutely. But I just see Tank. I see Tank catching Ryan Garcia like in the later rounds and winning that fight by knockout. Yeah, that's what I think gonna happen too. That's what I think gonna happen. I just see Tank catching Ryan Garcia in the later rounds. Ryan Garcia do not move his head when he comes in, and Tank might could catch it. Tank might could get him out of there earlier in the fight. But Tank, he's the type of dude. Like I said, the only thing that I hate about Tank, he does give away the first 3 to 4 rounds in a fight, and then Tank has to play catch up. and that worked out well for him so far. But I want to see Tank jump on a guy like Ryan Garcia. I feel like he could systematically break Ryan Garcia down and stop him. Now, we all know the big question: can the damn fight get made? Can the fight get made? Can we even get that fight? Because we talking about a fight that may possibly not happen. Y'all know what's going on. Y'all already know that it's a cold war going on. You already know Floyd don't want to put no money in Oscar De La Hoya's pocket the same way he don't want to put no money in Bob Arum's pocket. So you have to wonder, will Floyd and Al Heyman even try to make this fight? Because from what I heard, Tank may be headed for a Isaac Cruz rematch. And like I said, I'm not hating on Ryan Garcia. I'm just keeping it a buck. I just see some flaws that a smarter fighter could exploit. And I just see him getting caught. And if Tank don't do it, somebody else gonna do it. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, they got, man, he already said he's staying at 140. Okay, so it would be interesting to see how he would fare against a guy like Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor says that he has 2 fights left at 40, then he's moving up. Jose Ramirez, Regis Prograis. They got some dudes out there that can crack. So it would be interesting to see how Ryan Garcia can handle getting hit by somebody that can hit just as hard as him or harder than him, because he was badly hurt in that fight against Luke Campbell. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Badly hurt. And Luke Campbell ain't what you would call a big puncher. Virgil Ortiz is at 140, is at 147. Virgil Ortiz, even if they was to fight, they with the same promotional company, Virgil Ortiz would seriously hurt Ryan Garcia. Virgil Ortiz probably, before it's all said and done, Virgil Ortiz probably gonna fight at he probably gonna go as high as 168, because Virgil Ortiz is 5'10". That would be an interesting fight, but once again, you have to ask these questions. Can you get through hurdles to get these fights made? That's the problem. Like I said, I understand what all of y'all are saying. Of course, I want to see all these fights happen, but can the hurdles can we get through the hurdles? You know what I'm saying? Can we get through the obstacles, the roadblocks? Like I said, this is what I miss about the 80s and the early 90s. It wasn't none of this stuff about networks and all that kind of stuff. I do agree with Ryan Garcia. Where there's a will, there's a way. You know, that's just real talk. Okay, here's the thing. The Zone is letting Alicia Baumgartner cross over to Top Rank and fight on the Top Rank card. They got that fight made. So I'm saying, why can't, with the men, like I say, we can get these fights made? Like I say, it's always this stuff about the other side of the street, the last house on the left, 227. You know what I'm saying? I mean, for real. You just got to hear all this crap out of these fighters and stuff, and it get to the point where you just be like, blah, blah, blah. Like I said, I'm not one of these dudes. I'm not mesmerized by what these fighters be saying. Nah, it's not what Jamie Foxx said about looking into Prince's eyes and getting mesmerized. Nah, that stuff don't me. And it never has. Like I said, at the end of the day, make these damn fights. Make these damn fights, everybody. Let's get these fights made. Cause like I said, I'm not like these other dudes that's gonna sit up here and play you know what I'm saying, manager and promoter. Like I said, at the end of the day, it's time to get these fights made. We're tired of hearing this crap. We tired of hearing this dude got to lead this promoter. He got to lead this promoter. He got to wear, you know what I'm saying? He got to wear Everlast gloves. He got to wear green shorts if we fight, or you know what I'm saying? He got to wear white gloves with a splash of black on it. Look, we tired of hearing this crap. Okay, I'll leave that for them other clowns. It's time to get these damn fights made. That's funny. They talked about making that fight, Isaac Cruz versus, and I think Cruz at the last minute decided not to, you know, go forward with the fight. Like I said, at the end of the day, fights can be made. A lot of these fighters just be hiding behind promoters, and some of them even hide behind media. Some of them hide behind their fans. Like I say, I'm holding everybody accountable. It's just time to get these fights made. Like I said, me, myself, I don't think Ryan Garcia deserves a fight with Tank. He has no belt. He's really done absolutely nothing. To be honest with you, he getting a fight with Tank possibly because he has 2 million Twitter followers. But like I said, at the end of the day, it really comes down to see if Floyd and Big Al gonna even entertain the thought of making a fight. You already heard what Floyd said. He not gonna make another promotional company great. Which that doesn't make any kind of sense. It's not about making a promotional company great. It's about making your fighter great. And by making a fighter great, he's great fights, best fights out there. All this stuff about you need to come and all this stuff. Like, the problem is in boxing, like I say, I'm gonna say what a lot of these other content creators won't say. Like I said, I'm tired of this Suge Knight stuff. I'm tired of these promoters acting like they should. This ain't Death Row Records, man. Sign a damn contract. Let's get these fights made. Start thinking about the fans and stop worrying about grudges and what somebody did to you 20 years ago, man. Like I said, I'm not trying to hear that stuff no more. I'm not trying to hear that no more. The best way you get even with a dude that did you, especially in promotion, you go find the best fighters and you put your fighters against their fighters and you try to beat their ass. That's how you get even. That's how you shut somebody up. I ain't trying to hear this stuff no more. I'll leave that stuff to them other clowns out there that's clickbaiting and all this stuff, pushing fake narratives and stuff just to get views and all that kind of stuff. At the end of the day, it's time to make these fights. Me, myself, like I said before, I don't think Ryan Garcia deserves a fight with Tank. But as you can see at the Staples Center, I don't know what the attendance was. Looked like they had a decent crowd there. Now, tickets was copped. You know what I'm saying? Versus how many tickets was comped. We'll never know. So that's just real talk. At the end of the day, Tank has been proven to be a commodity because he can get asses in seats. At the end of the day, Tank is the A side versus Ryan Garcia. But anyway, you guys, be back later. Thanks for tapping in.